guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Shay. Thanks so much for tuning in for another video. So today we're going to be doing a makeup video. This is actually inspired by the fact that e.l.f. has came out with a bunch of new products lately that I am going to be testing along with some of the e.l.f. products that I already have in my collection. But basically, I seen the new stuff they had. I said I need to try this stuff. And then I realized I have so many e.l.f. products that I actually have the potential to do a one brand tutorial. And the main inspiration for this too is the fact that you do not have to break the bank to have good makeup. You guys know I say this all the time on my channel. I'm a big drugstore junkie. It's a lot about technique, but honestly, there is some good quality stuff in the drugstore. So if any of you guys are interested, stay tuned. I'm going to go through all my e.l.f. products that I have here to do a full phase, as much as I have as possible. And we're going to see how these products test out. I think we're going to do very well, but stay tuned and we'll jump right into it. Okay guys, so first off, I'm going to clip the hair back a little bit because we don't want hair all up in our foundation. So, you guys know the first thing I usually do before I do anything is brows and eyes. I do have e.l.f. brow product. I will tell you guys straight up, this e.l.f. is like the brow and eyeliner gel is amazing. I have the shade Espresso and it works very good for my brows. I don't know that e.l.f. has any brow pencils, so I'm not going to really play with that too much. I do have just an affordable brow pencil, the Wet n Wild brow pencil. I need a brow pencil to do my brows all the time, so I'll go ahead and speed through this clip, but I'll kind of show you guys how I maneuver with the pencil along with the e.l.f. brow gel. Okay guys, so I just wanted to pop back in and tell you, I know the brows is looking crazy, but I am going to be using this e.l.f. Duo Brush. This is super affordable and I love it for my brows, especially my gel brow products. You can use the angled, it's very particular. I don't know if my camera is going to focus, and then it has a spoolie on the end, which is very helpful for doing your brows. So right now we're going to go ahead and go in with the gel. As you guys can see, sometimes if I can't get the pencil completely right, this is a little bit more precise, so it's easier to help me with the brows. Super creamy product on the inside, if you guys can tell. So stay tuned, we're going to get the brows done. Okay guys, I'm back. Brows are not perfect, but they don't look half bad, honestly. So I'm gonna go ahead and just carve them out. I believe this is like the key to perfection. I just heard recently, supposedly, that carving out your brows is out. Like, I seen a meme, what we're not gonna do in 2020. I just wanted to show you guys I'm using the Camo concealer. But I don't know, y'all. I always carved out my brows. I never had no issues as long as you blend it correctly. So y'all can leave it out of 2020, but I'm still won't be doing it because it's a lifesaver for me. So usually what I do is I'll go right under the brow bone and just follow the shape, because it helps just define the shape. Even if you're not perfect with brows, it still gives you like a good shape, like a good line. And I don't do the full top part. I do just the arch, because then it'll put like an emphasis on your arch. And then as long as you're blending this out well, like you guys will see as I do it, you have nothing to worry about. Now I've seen, don't get me wrong, I understand where y'all coming from. I've seen the videos where people have did both the top and the bottom, which and you can literally see it even after they put their foundation on. And then I've seen a part where people do the top and the bottom and it comes out beautiful. A lot of the influencers I follow here on YouTube do that. So it's literally, when it comes to makeup, like I told y'all, it's a lot about technique. Now this concealer dries quickly. I usually use like some type of a cream base. Ooh, when I did that, that made my brow very sharpish. Oh gosh, we're gonna definitely have to blend that out. Not that it's not cute, but it looks very, very sharpish. So me going in with this, I gotta work quick because I'm using the Camo concealer, that the first one that came out. I tried to get the new hydrating one, guys, but facts are facts, that one is actually the darkest color they had in Target was tan dark or something, and I'm chestnut in the one I just used. I'll go into detail once I do concealer, but that one they had in Target was not going to work for me. So see how I'm blending this out, and then if for any reason it still looks crazy afterwards, I usually will go in with a sponge, and I'll go ahead and blend it that way too. Makeup is a lot about blending, but this I feel like just gives you the extra sharpness to your brows. And I always put a little bit here too, because it'll kind of give it that airbrush kind of effect look. My brows don't look like they normally do when I do them, but I feel like, I guess I'll see when I look at the footage, they actually look better. So we'll see. But always blending downward too, especially in this area, because whatever extra concealer you have, you can use for when you do your eye makeup. The next thing we're gonna do before we even start the face is we're gonna go ahead and get primed, I think. So the setting spray I'm using throughout the video is this Dewy Setting Mist by e.l.f. I'm actually gonna kind of try to use it as a primer water. I am combo oily, but it is the winter time, guys. When I woke up this morning, pulse. But when I woke up this morning, y'all, I was very dry, and then I washed my face and I was more dry. So even though I'm gonna use this Dewy Setting Mist as a primer, a lot of what I told you guys we're going to talk about today is primers. So e.l.f. has new putty primer. If you don't already know, I'm a high fan of the original Poreless putty primer. This looks amazing on my face. I compare it to the Tatcha. I use it a lot. I use it all the time, all throughout the year, and my face has just been stunning. Well, they now have a matte kind, and I picked this up from Target, y'all. When I tell y'all, I was all over the place. I went to Target, they didn't have it. I went to another Target. I ended up ordering it on Target online to get it at the other Target, because I guess they didn't put it out on the shelf yet. Then I went back to the old Target and got another one. So this is already telling y'all, I've heard good things about this primer. I actually invested far and beyond I even using it yet, because today will be my first time. But this one is the matte putty primer, and it does tell you on the back of the packaging that this one has kaolin clay and white charcoal. I'll put it down here. So this is supposed to be really good for oily areas. Now, since I set my face with this Dewy Mist and I am combo oily, I know you guys are like probably confused, I'm still gonna go in with this matte Poreless putty primer because it'll be a balance, but I'm gonna focus a lot of the product in my T-zone. Alright guys, so we're opening it up. I don't really smell. Smell. No smell. And it's white compared to, if you guys look at the regular putty primer, I'll show you guys. The regular putty primer is like a pinkish shade, and the matte one is a whitish shade. So if you're looking for comparison, I almost wanted to use both today, but I really just want to get the essence of the matte one, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that. Okay, so I moved you guys in a little bit closer so you could see. My face feels really good, I'm not gonna lie, but as you guys can see, there's like a white cast from this primer, so I'm scared. I hope my makeup, I hope this does not show in flashback. I hope it doesn't like get too crazy, but it literally feels amazing. Like, it feels like a moisturizer. And this dark spot is just one of the dark spots on my face. Obviously, it's so obvious because the rest of my face is like ghost white at this time. So we're gonna let this settle in. We're gonna go ahead and start on the eyes. Now, if you ask me what I have as far as eyes for e.l.f., we're gonna prime with our concealer, our Camo concealer, and I'm using the shade Deep Chestnut. I'll also be using that for under the eye. And then we're gonna be using a palette that they have. And I don't think this is pretty much new. I bought this, I think, back in like September, October. It is their new classics, and it has a lot of like neutral colors, as you guys can see, so this is very much up my alley. Now, since I'm not used to their eyeshadows, I'm not going to do any type like crazy looks. I'm literally just going to stick to the basics. You guys know my typical like browning type eye. We'll see what's going on. I am going to pull the scissors from behind me because there's another product I want to tell you guys about from e.l.f. that works very well, and it's their e.l.f. eye tapes. So these will help not only keep your eyeshadow intact, but if you're thinking about doing wing liner, these are perfect. Now, I don't know if we'll do wing liner today. I don't think I have any liner products from e.l.f., but I am going to use these just to keep my eyes intact. And what I'm going to do too is a way that you can save so you don't have to use one off of the sheet as I showed you. Literally take a pair of scissors and cut it right down the center where the L is in e.l.f. And you can put it on each eye, and that'll make it easier so you don't have to go through these as much. I think the pack is only like $3 if I remember correctly, which isn't bad. It's obviously quite cheap, but it will save you some by cutting them. And I'm going to line mine up with the end of my eyebrow. That's usually what I always do. So we're gonna go ahead and set the lids with this concealer, and as I told you guys before, you do have to work fast because it dries down pretty quickly. So we'll use that to prime the lids. I'm just very excited for all these e.l.f. products. Like I told you guys, I have a lot of stuff in here that's new, and I have stuff that I used before, and I'll tell you guys throughout if it's new or if it's used. Okay, if any of you guys are interested in the sponge I'm using, these are literally Dollar General sponges, but I do have the e.l.f. Total Face Sponge, and that is amazing beauty blender dupe. You guys will see me use that when I do my concealer. I am going to use it today. It's one of my favorites. So as far as this palette, the first color that kind of stuck out to me was Beloved. She looks so pretty in pink, but I don't know if that's something I can wear today. It's like a melony pinkish. I'm gonna bring in to you guys a little bit. She's cute. She is cute. But y'all know we gotta set the eyes first. So I'm gonna set my eyes with Darling. And Darling right here is like a brown shade. I know it's looking a little like golden yellow on camera, but she's actually pretty neutral. So we're gonna go ahead and set with that. I think I'm gonna try to do something between Charmer and Cosmo. These two are really sticking out to me. They're like blush pink shades, and then if they turn out a little crazy, we'll add some mousse to it to give us kind of like that Barbie glam, soft glam vibe, I guess, to make sense. So I'm gonna start with Charmer, and I'm just gonna go over the lid with her, kind of towards the inside of the lid. As you can see from the transition shade that I used, this is pretty pigmented, but this lighter shade I might have to put my brush in a little bit more because she's not trying to go in the eye. Okay. Oh yeah, there she goes. Yes, auntie. Yes, that's the exact color I was looking for. Like that Barbie brown. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like a mauve. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. Just a mauve type look. I don't know if you guys can see that on the eye. I hope you can. And we're gonna go over here. I try to mirror my eyes because if I don't, both of them will be looking two different crazy type looks, and I don't want that. So we'll go back over on this side with Charmer and just add her to the lid. This is a very, like, I should have did a soft glam with e.l.f. because this is a very pretty color. Cosmo is like a little bit more shimmery, so maybe I'll focus her in towards the inner tear duct. And then what I'll do is maybe I might do that dark brown on the outside. So Cosmo, I'm gonna have to take a little bit more. I gotta put my brush in it a little bit more. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, this is so satisfying. I really hope the camera is able to capture this amazingness. It's got a, the shimmery shades in here, you do have to dig your brush into a little bit. I was scared about the pigmentation of this palette, but it's actually not bad at all. And this will make a good, as you can already see, it's falling into my inner tear duct because I'm a little messy with my shadows. But it's perfect. That's fine. That's fine for me. And you could also, I think this would be a really pretty color if you like sprayed your brush and all that. But I'm not going to do that today because I ain't trying to be all extra. Alright. I'm going to use a little bit more Charmer on the outside since I went ham. And then I'm going to do some brown towards the end. So it'll be like a, like I said, a soft glam type brown look. But I'll just use this to kind of help blend it. Guys, eyes is like my biggest weakness in makeup. So I get so like shook if like somebody just asked me, you guys know I did a look with the Jackie Aina palette, and somebody really asked me like, can you do a tutorial of this look? And I was like, oh my god, I want to do a tutorial for you guys, but I just don't want to be looking, ooh, this is everything. I don't want to be looking jacked. Sorry, this just distracted me. This is everything, yo. Oh my gosh, and that brown is so pigmented. And see how that eye tape helps with like the shapes on the side too? So even if you're not wearing a wing liner, oh my gosh, this blending time. Alright guys, so I'm done with the eyes for now. They came out super cute. Most people are key with keeping these eye tapes on until you're done all your makeup. I usually do, but I notice when I do that sometimes I forget to put foundation in this area. So now that I know that the eyes are done, they're shaped, you can see like that little wingy look even without like liner. So I'm going to take those tapes off. Now we're going to go ahead and get ready for foundation. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Flawless Finish foundation. I have this in the shade Cinnamon. The last time I picked this up, I believe it was a good shade match for me. If any of you guys are looking for a shade range, I am 420 in Fenty. I think Fenty's always our like go-to now. You know how like we used to use MAC and W45 and all that? I'm Fenty 420. So this one I think was a perfect match, but we're actually going to see today. So if I can get the cap off. Sheesh. Oh. Y'all are gonna be so bad. I'm like trying to twist this and it's a pump. I forgot this was a pump. So y'all know how I feel about a pump. e.l.f. $6 foundation, I think. I'll put it in the description box. Pump. NARS. $47 foundation. I'm still swole about that, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna lie. Alright guys, I got the pump to work. I don't know if I have a blockage in there or something, or maybe it's just the way it's working. So this is how the shade range looks on my face so far. We're gonna go ahead and start blending that out, and then I'll put more on the other side of my face. Okay, let's just keep going. It looks a little light, but you guys know how I get. I start blending something out and then I'm like, oh, never mind, that's my shade. Which I think Fenty does the same thing to me. It's just the way it looks when it first gets on the face. I'm using my Morphe F439 brush as usual with foundation. But as you guys can see, you see my little dark spot peeking through. So I might have to go through it a little bit more for coverage. That's always how I can tell if something's like full coverage, medium coverage. How it covers, because you guys know I'm two-toned. So I'm getting like this lotiony type smell. I don't remember that the last time I used this, and I'm also trying to figure out if it's the spray that I use is coconut smell. So I think it's the foundation. I don't know. It's not bothersome though. It's not like paint or anything like that. It's just this it smells like lotion. That's about it. Okay guys, so the next thing we're going to go into is our 24-hour Camo Concealer. As I was mentioned to you guys earlier, you can clearly tell through the package that this is one of my favorite concealers currently. I like the way it dries down and it looks. Typically, I mix this one with the, I think it's the CoverGirl, if I remember correctly. I'll put it down in the description box, but this is a one brand tutorial, so I'm not going to mix it today. I'll use it by itself. It is not bad by itself at all. I'm going to use my Total Face Sponge, and if any of you guys have ever seen the Flawless Concealer Brush, I no longer use concealer.
You'll see what I use it for later.
But I'm always dropping stuff in the tutorial. If any of you guys are brush fans for concealers, this is the best freaking brush, like I swear. So go ahead and spray this sponge down. You guys know I'm on like Auntie Jackie's vibes now, so I'm gonna put the concealer on. I'm gonna use my fan, let it dry down a little bit, see if we need a little bit more coverage, and then blend in. So this shade is actually a decent shade for me. I feel like I like a bright under eye sometimes, not too crazy bright, but I might have been able to go a teeny smidge lighter, but that tan dark is a no-no. Like maybe one of the melanin shades lighter, but not this one. I love this concealer though. It's so smooth. Like I said, this one dries down matte, so if you have like a drier under eye, I don't know if it'll work for you, but they just got the hydrating one with the white cap, and by what I've heard, it's been good. I wish I could have tried it for you guys, but they didn't have my shade, unfortunately. Why I'm over here being extra with this fan, y'all. Part of our drying time I can use to go ahead and open some packaging. So to set the under eye, I'm originally going to plan to use the Halo Glow Setting Powder in medium. It looks more yellow. And then there's another Halo Glow Setting Powder that I also picked up, which is new. And this one is in deep. I think I'm going to use medium for the under eye area. So while that's drying down, I'm going to go ahead and open up the packaging. It says, we want to make your makeup look like you're wearing a beauty filter. The silky, weightless texture of the setting powder drapes the skin for a dreamy, blurring, soft focus finish. Once you find your perfect powder, you need to stick to your perfect powder because there's nothing like it. But you know what, e.l.f., you got some good stuff going on. So this is what the packaging looks like. I love how like upbeat their packaging looks. Like it looks sleek and like professional, but it's still for the low. So this was $8. We'll look at the shade on the inside. So more yellowy looking, like I'm thinking. I think, like I always think, oh, I should open the packages on camera because you know that's what we're supposed to do when it's a tutorial and it's new product. But obviously y'all already know how clumsy I am, and then the product just don't want to open. So this is a very neat dial, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but you see as I'm tapping and trying to get this powder out because I needs my powder, like I needs it. So I got a little bit out. Here's our shade range. I'm gonna go ahead and start blending this concealer in because it has had some time to dry down. The concealer, I really can't say much more to you guys because I've used this before and I just know it's a fave of mine. And that mixture I do is like the perfect mixture of matte and like creamy. Because as you guys can see now that I'm trying to blend, it is super dry on the face. But it's good because it's good for coverage. So if you want a full coverage concealer, that one key is to let it dry down. And this is it. This is it, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and go in with this powder. Another Auntie Jackie trick, I go ahead, I don't bake, but I let the powder seep in as it's on my wet sponge. It's looking super light, but that's okay because it's the under eye. And this is usually, you see how I did this side like just airbrush out? That's how this side was supposed to end up. So I had a little bit too much product on this side. So it's supposed to airbrush like that out. I usually will tap off the excess and then go back in. Oh, but this powder is not bad because it's still blended well for me even to use too much. Oh wow. It is like a blurring type effect too. So that's not bad. I just can see a little bit, I keep having issues with this white cast. I don't know if I maybe should have used deep. Oh no, there we go. There we go. Okay guys, so we're moving into a favorite time of mine, blush, highlighter, bronzer. I just love this part of the face because you get to jazz up everything you've already did with a basis. Oh my gosh, I have powder on my nails. So I'm using the e.l.f. Infused blush in the color Always Spicy. This is beautiful for olive tones, medium tones, and brown skin girls. This probably, I think this will look good on fair skin girls also. But it's just like a brown, but like a red too. So when you guys see me apply this, it's going to be like, oh, okay. So I use a Real Techniques brush for my blush. Typical. This is not my blush brush. Hold the phone. This is like my bronzer brush. I don't know what's going on in here right now, y'all. I am so shook off. Is this your blush brush? I think this is my blush brush. Okay. So we're gonna go right on here. Yes, there we are. There she is. And you guys see how like she's brown, maroony, but she's also like red. I said brown maroony, red maroony. So it gives you like some color to your face too. Always Spicy. She's very pretty. And e.l.f. has a lot of nice blushes. They even have a 4 blush kit. I was actually looking for it for this video. And the deep kit and the red in that kit is fire for like fall, winter. You want to look candy apple vibes. She's very cute. But I like Always Spicy too. She's good. I think I picked this one up a while ago per Andrea Renee recommendations. So now that I'm all blushed up and whatever, we'll go ahead and move into bronzer. So my new bronzing brush I got, it's not an e.l.f. brush. It's by Sonia Kashuk, but we're going to take, e.l.f. has these little bronzers that they're no longer in the store. You have to really search for them online. I actually got a pack of 2 off of Walmart.com for about $5. I can show you guys the other one is still in the pack in the shade Deep, and this is very pretty. Now they do have some of the bronzers that are similar to the blush I just showed you, and this one is called Constantly Bronze, but I feel like this wasn't, brown enough for me. And I just realized I went super ham. Oh my gosh, guys, the bronzer is everything. But I went super ham on blush. So I look like I'm blushing 5 million times. I think, you know how like you're on camera and you want it to show up good, and you guys also know I'm like half blind. So it's all good though. We balance it out. That's what powders and all that stuff is for. But I love bronzer because it just gives me this chiseled look. And this is very pigmented for the price. Like, I love it. They do have different shades too, other than deep. So if you're looking for something a little bit more lighter, if you're on the lighter skin spectrum, feel free to check them out. But it's these little ones that are like the best for me, like in the clearish white packaging. The infused ones are good too, but I don't feel like they're as good as this is. Okay guys, for highlight, I'm going to be using this Bake Highlighter in Blush Gems. If you guys have been in the makeup community for a while, this used to be a hot topic. This one, and there was another one because they said it was similar to Champagne Pop. The big thing with the e.l.f. highlighters that come this small, you're supposed to scrape off the top, is what I'm told. So today we're actually going to see what we can do with the top as it is. It is a beautiful shade. And if we have to scrape off some of the top, we'll do that. So let's just put it on the face and see. Oh, there she is. Okay. So this is more of a... Oh, this is really pretty. This is really... Like, I'm thinking it's going to be more pinky. I mean, I can see the pinks in it, but it actually matches with my eyeshadow very well. But it's a good... Ooh, okay. So I didn't have to rake off the excess. I mean, scrape off the top. I did, take from the top, though, but... Now this side is giving me a little bit more... There she goes. Okay. Yeah, I think this is really good for the look I'm doing. So this is Blush Gems. She's usually like $3, I believe it is. It's not my typical, you guys know I'm a typical golden, gold deposit. I've been into rose golds lately, so like Fenty, the Duo. But this is nice, like, this is pretty. This is very pretty. Go ahead, and I think we're going to get the face set. And then we'll go back into, I always start with eyes and I end in eyes. So after I set the face, I'll go in with eyeliner, we'll chisel out the bottom of the lids, and then we'll see how this look turns out. Okay guys, so we've got the eye look complete. My makeup is looking amazing. So the last thing we have to do is lips. So I picked up 2 liquid matte lipsticks. I got one in Praline and the other one in Coffee. I was going to do the Coffee for a more darker look, but I think the Praline is going to give me more of a nude, which would kind of go better with my eyes, and you guys know I'm a nude girl. So lip liners, I didn't pick up any e.l.f. lip liners, but I do have this LA Girl lip liner in Sugar and Spice that I'm going to try. Okay guys, the Spice lip liner is literally the color of my lips, so I'm going to take my MAC Chestnut real quick. I know it's not drugstore. NYX also has some good brown pencils, and there is a new Jordana. Well, it's not new, it's been out for a while, but that is the best brown drugstore lipstick on the block. If you guys can go grab that, that would be awesome. I'm just grabbing this because it's right next to us and I won't have to keep you guys waiting. Alright guys, now that the lip liner is on and it's a little bit darker like I wanted it, I'm going to go in with Praline. Again, this is a liquid lipstick. This is what the applicator looks like. Not bad. So I'm expecting like a nudie. Oh, this is like a brown. Oh, this is going to be pretty, y'all. So I was expecting it to be a lot more like light and nude than it is, but it's actually like a brown nude. Ooh, this might go on a top nudes for brown girls list. Cause it's still neutral, but this is looking like my beeper. Ooh, okay. Alright guys, we have reached the end of the video, so I am actually shooketh. Like, I know I hyped up e.l.f. in the intro, but now that I'm getting to the end of the video and I'm looking at my face, I'm like, whoa, like, this is amazing. So, please ignore the lashes and the brows again, guys. You guys already know my thoughts on the lashes in the video. Even though these are super pretty and I think I am gonna wear them again, I just gotta learn to work with the band, which I kind of got a little bit of as I'm looking in the mirror. I did kind of learn to work with it a little bit, but the thicker band is just something that's a little bit different for me. I always prefer a thin band over a thicker band. I mean, you guys already know this freaking matte putty primer, my face feels so comfortable. I'm really eager to see how it lasts throughout the day, so of course I will keep you guys updated on that in like vlogs and future videos. I think this is going to be a new fave because I live for a matte. Even though I get dry in the winter, I need matte to sustain makeup. The Dewy spray was a perfect combo with that, if I didn't show you guys that already. I'm going to try not to go through all the products, but I just want to mention like the MVPs of the show. The Halo Glow setting powder looks real good on my face. I am going to insert a picture here with flash to show you guys how it looks under flash with the lighter color and even the deep color as my overall powder. You guys just see me in reference to the lip. I am amazed. This is literally going to go into my everyday lip sticks because I did not know how pretty this was, and I'm surprised this didn't make it to my top drugstore nudes. Like, where was I at? Like, I've had this for so long, y'all. They did have a lip palette also I wanted to mention that I was going to try, but I figured I wanted to do something more neutral because you guys know this is looking so soft glam. Like, you guys don't know how much I love soft glam. I've been binging those videos for the last month, and I'm surprised I haven't filmed one yet on my channel. I should just make this one it, but no, this is our one brand tutorial. We'll have a soft glam coming up soon, but this is a look. So thank you guys so much for tuning in for this tutorial and all my craziness as usual. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe on your way out, guys. Please like, comment down below if you've used any e.l.f. products that you love dearly, holy grails, and tell me how you guys feel about like the setting powders and the putty primers, because I'm really interested in how everybody else is doing. I didn't pick up the luminous one because I just knew luminous is not what I wanted for my skin. I'm always a fan of just a dewy spray and a matte primer, and that's what works best for my skin. So overall, guys, thanks so much for tuning into this tutorial. I will see you guys in my next upload.